Hey folks, Jim Fortin here, MindAuthorityNetwork.com. In this video, I want to talk about the power of manifestation and creation. Many years ago, back around the turn of the last century, there was a man named Ernest Holmes, and he wrote a book called The Science of Mind. Now, in that book, there's a quote that I remembered years ago, maybe 20 years ago, and I've committed it to memory. That quote is this: imagine your mind so plastic, so receptive, that it receives the slightest impression of your thought. Not some thoughts, but all thoughts are taken up and acted upon. Not some thoughts, but all thoughts are taken up and acted upon. Many years ago, a mentor of mine, he's my brother-in-law, I'm kind of reticent about admitting this on this particular website, but he's a shaman. Shamans were known as healers in Native American tribes. They were advisors to Mayan kings. His life story has been ghostwritten. It's sold 17 million copies around the world, so obviously there's some significant value there. Many years ago, he told me to get the book, The Kybalion, and you may want to get this yourself, Kybalion. No one knows who wrote the Kybalion. Some people assume and believe maybe that Hermes wrote it thousands of years ago. The point is the Kybalion is the 7 cosmic laws, and the first cosmic law is that the universe is mental. Everything is mind. So all this being said, let's talk about how I easily manifested this desk behind me. This desk, the first time that I saw this desk, it had a price tag on it of $5,250. So I want to talk about how I got that desk for just over 10% of that in just a moment. We'll come right back to the story. We're all born manifestors, and I'm going to teach you the formula here, a very simple formula. And if you work this formula exactly as I give it to you, there's no smoke and mirrors here. This is basically just mind power. You'll find that you're attracting things to you. Robert Collier in the book Secret of the Ages, it's also over in the book section. Robert Collier said that the biggest magnet in the world is right between our 2 ears. Anyway, to make a long story very short, when I moved to Atlanta, I said I'm going to either work at Coca-Cola or the Carter Presidential Center. I had a friend of mine here in Dallas that said, you know, Jim, you're crazy. How are you going to get into Coca-Cola or the Carter Presidential Center? Well, I do want to make this very short. It's a longer story, but the point is when I got to Atlanta, within 30 days, I became personal friends with a woman who was the personal assistant to the chairman of the board of Coca-Cola. So I had an in at Coca-Cola, and I became personal friends with the Assistant Secretary of State of Georgia, who introduced me to her boss, who was Max Cleland, who went on to the U.S. Senate, but he introduced me into the Carter Center, and I got a position at the Carter Presidential Center within 2 months of living in Atlanta. Now, how did I do that? How did I manifest this desk? How did I bring these people into my life in Atlanta when I moved there? Okay, now our minds are like magnets, and by the way, I've never seen The Secret or any commercial material on this. Primarily, I follow ancient wisdom, the Hermetics. And there's also a phrase I want to leave in this video with. But I know that whatever I think is like a magnet, and I pull things, and this is even physics. Whatever I think, whatever I hold in thought is what I pull back to me. So this desk you see behind me, when I walked into the place that had this desk, the price tag was $5,250. And I said, that is my desk. And I also said, but I'm not paying $5,250 for it. So, and I'm going to use this phrase a third time to make a long story very short. I went in several times and I knew the desk was mine. As a matter of fact, the first time I saw this desk behind me, I was standing there in front of it. I imagined that I wrapped it in plastic, which is what this place does when they actually export things out to a moving van. So I wrapped it in plastic and I imagined a sold sign on it with my name on it. And I knew, that's the pivotal thing, I knew that it was my desk. Well, I didn't get the desk and I didn't get it to my home office for about 6 more months. Every month that I went in, they reduced the price. $3,600, $1,700. When it was $1,700, I said, you know, I may buy that desk this weekend. This was one of those, I forgot, Labor Day, Memorial Day, whatever weekends. So I saw a sign on the door of this place that said 50% off everything. This was on Friday when I went in. I had to buy some other things. Well, obviously I went over to see my desk and it wasn't marked 50% off. It was still $1,700, I think $1,699, $1,799. But I said to myself, I may buy the desk this weekend. Well, I went in on Saturday And guess what? It was $799 and it had a 50% off price tag on it. I whipped out my credit card right then, had them put a sold sign on it, and I went and got a moving company, and had them bring it to my home office. How did I do this? How did I get this desk? This is a very high trafficked place. How did I manifest this? How did I create this? Now, obviously, it's a beautiful desk. Other people saw it, yet I knew it was mine. Here's how I did it. Here is the formula. See, feel, believe. Whatever it is that you want to create, see, feel, believe. Now, the biggest mistake that a lot of people make is they will say things like, well, I will believe it when I see it. That's not the way that the universe works. You have to believe it first. So when I saw this desk, I knew. I didn't think to myself, oh, maybe other people will get this desk, or, oh my gosh, maybe, you know, I've got to buy it now. No, I was confident. I believed, I knew it was my desk, as real as if it was already in my home office. See? Feel, believe. Now, I'm going to leave you with the final thought on this video, and I'm not endorsing the Bible or Christianity, because there may be Muslims or Jews or Hindus or people from different spiritual, persuasions watching this video. One of the most powerful phrases I've ever heard, though, think about this, consider this. According to your beliefs, be it done unto you. Now, the question is what do you believe about success, about money, about clients, about health, about family, about everything? What do you believe? Because according to your beliefs, be it done unto you. So it's easy. If you want something in life, it's obvious. All that you simply have to do is believe that you already have it. See, feel, believe. And you will find that you begin attracting things very easily into your life, because all of us, we're born creators. We're born to create our lives. All right, if you have any questions about this particular video or how to use this technique to manifest more in your life, as I've said on every video, go below, leave any comments you might have, and I'll be glad to help you out. Jim Fortin here, MindAuthorityNetwork.com. Thanks for watching. Come on back and watch more videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.